super excited and interesting.
Okay. I am super excited and interesting, so that'll be easy.
Today we have Nico with us, and I am bringing Nico onto my channel because he is the king of ManyChat. Nico runs a full-time ManyChat business, and I know a lot of Amazon sellers think about using ManyChat to grow their Amazon business. So Nico is here to give you some insight today. I also want to ask Nico about his growth as an online entrepreneur, because he's one of the biggest online friends that I have right now that I sort of see as a mentor as well. And yeah, let's welcome Nico to my channel. How are you today, Nico?
Thanks, Tamara, and thanks, everybody. I'm doing great, and I'm stoked to be here. I've been looking forward to this all week. So yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit about ManyChat and about chatbots and like what that all is.
Cool. Let's start off with, so specifically, I know you do a lot with ManyChat bots. For me, I haven't been using it the last year. I did start using it like 2 years ago when I was trying to run ads to my Amazon products and to give out coupons and whatnot, but it's been a while since I used it. So why don't you tell the audience here what type of online businesses you run and how did you make over $1 million simply by using ManyChat? I'm sure everyone is curious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. So there's a couple different types of businesses that I run right now. They all sort of branched out from the first main one, which I still run. So I'll share what that is. And that was the first thing that I kind of did. And then I've got a couple other things that sort of sprouted off from that. So the first thing that I did that started with ManyChat is essentially building automatic sales chatbots for other people and for other businesses. So for those of you who may not have heard of what ManyChat is, it's literally a drag and drop like chatbot builder. So you can kind of imagine yourself like if you're iMessaging with a friend or something, it literally like looks like that sort of a conversation, but it's run through Facebook Messenger. And yeah, the chatbot is like fully set up and automatic. So you build that out beforehand and then you can send customers to the chatbot and it will basically sell your products or other people's businesses products for them, or it will help them generate leads for their business depending on what type of business they have. So
in other words, to simplify things, I'm sure everyone talks to their friends and family on Facebook Messenger. ManyChat is like the robot. So if your family member says, hello, how are you? The ManyChat bot will respond on your behalf, which will save you time and money if you are an entrepreneur. Yeah, why don't you tell them a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so as Tamara said, it's an automated chatbot, literally. So I wouldn't even say the word program because it sounds too techy. I used to think it was like really technical, but you can just set it to say really anything you want. So if you weren't really like into business or whatever, and you want to just make one for fun to like have a conversation with, you could set that up, right? It's actually pretty easy. It literally takes like 5 or 10 minutes.
So let me get straight. You are the ManyChat king, and you help businesses create a system using ManyChat to help them grow their sales and businesses.
Yep.
Perfect.
Exactly.
All right. Sounds cool. And I forgot to congratulate you on your $1 million success. I see that little
thank you.
ClickFunnels award back there.
Yeah, just came in the mail finally due to all this craziness going on. But yeah, I got it about like 6.5 months ago or something like that. 7 maybe.
How common is it now that online entrepreneurs are using ManyChat? Like, do you suggest this for Amazon sellers? I mean, obviously, you know, I sell on Amazon FBA. How can ManyChat be tied to an Amazon seller?
Yeah, so that's a great question. The really cool thing about ManyChat is it it either already does apply to any type of online business, or you can create a ManyChat bot that will apply to literally any business imaginable. So for Amazon FBA, for example, what a lot of sellers do is they'll use it to follow up with people who have recently bought their Amazon products and say, hey, if you enjoyed this product, please leave a review, and in exchange for that, here's like a coupon code.
Yeah, cool. If you guys want to learn more about ManyChat bots, because this is so in depth, obviously we can't cover everything. Obviously, we cannot cover everything about ManyChat. Make sure to visit Nico's channel. I'll link it in the description below. So Nico, how did you transition into doing this type of business? Like, how did you get into this? Because I know before you were working a corporate job, 9 to 5, just like me. How did you become the king of ManyChat?
Yeah, so as Tamara said, I started out in like the 9 to 5 world, working a corporate job straight out of college. I worked at like a software company in San Francisco, California, and I just absolutely hated it. Like, I literally was looking at my watch like 20 or maybe even like 40 times a day, and it was just grueling. I was living for the weekends, and I just wanted some way out, but I didn't know how, right? Because maybe your situation was similar, but my parents always taught me to like go to college, get a job.
Yes.
Yeah, and like that was the safe and secure route, so like do that, right? So I was like, okay, I'll do that, even though I very quickly realized that it sucked and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. So what I started to do while I was working at that job, I started to search around literally online, just like I straight up Googled like how to make money online. I was like, I need like, is there a way? Like I need to get out of this. I can't work for someone else. And so I started searching around. I took an online course. It was like a $47 online course, and it taught me a little bit of it. Actually, like it got me some results. So I started making a little bit of money. Wasn't enough to do anything like full time really, but it got me started. And I was like, okay, this is real. Like I can see how in the future this could be a full time income. So I did something kind of crazy. Like I saved up some money from my job, and at that point I still was not making like full time or anything, but I was like, I've had it, like forget this. I just quit my job and I went full on with the online thing. Too
So
well.
why ManyChat?
Yeah, so why ManyChat is I started getting into the online marketing world and learning about funnels. And so once I started hearing about what a funnel was, and many of you guys may know of this software called ClickFunnels, I started helping clients like set up their ClickFunnels and also run their Facebook ads, because that was a skill that I just learned how to do it online, like took a couple courses. And then what I noticed one day, it was kind of like actually by accident, but I saw some ads on Facebook that had this like send a message button, or yeah, like send to messenger button instead of like the learn more button. And I was
ManyChat.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, okay, that's like pretty cool. But I didn't really know what to expect. So I like clicked it and like played around with it. And I was like, this is really like, this is super cool. Like I thought it was fascinating. But at the time, there weren't very many people who were out there doing it because it was so brand new. And then luckily I knew of one person who was a real estate agent, and she told me that she had sold her house online, like with Facebook, or not sold her house, sold a client's house online with Facebook ads, and she was using ManyChat bots to do it. And so I was like, holy crap, like you literally sold a house with a chat bot. And she's like, yeah, like I can show you how to do it. It's actually really easy. And I was like, that was like my light bulb moment. I was like, that's crazy. Like if an automatic like chat bot can sell a house, like I need to learn this skill.
And of course, that's after building the right flows in ManyChat and learning what works, what kind of messaging clicks with people, what do people want to read, who actually clicks on that bot, right? So this ties
Yeah.
in with any online business that you have. It doesn't matter what type of online business that you have. Maybe some of you who are watching me right now, you may have an Amazon FBA business. Maybe you have a drop shipping business. Maybe you have like a real estate. Maybe you're a realtor. ManyChat helps grow your business. I actually have a very simple ManyChat set up for my Facebook page as well. It's just I haven't invested too much time into it because I do have an Amazon FBA business. But for those of you who are looking help with building an automatic bot that will make you a lot of money long term, Nico is your man to go to. I mean, that's amazing. You've been doing this for a few years now. You left your 9-to-5 job. You've made well over $1 million. So what does that feel like? And what do you spend your money on? A lot of the that question, because I'm obviously doing pretty well in my Amazon FBA business as well. And people always wonder like, hey, you have a successful online business. What do you spend your money on?
Totally. Yeah, that's a great question. And I remember thinking, so I'm really into like visualization and like mindset work. And I remember thinking like beforehand, I was like, well, what is it going to be like? And what is it going to feel like? And what am I going to do with the money? And it's actually, so it's kind of funny because some things like I actually did end up doing, like I visualized a specific car that I wanted and I got it. So I have a black Mercedes AMG, which is pretty cool.
You have a Mercedes AMG and you didn't take me for a ride?
Well, when we actually meet up in person, I promise I will. I'll drive out to Canada.
Oh my God.
Just pick you up in it. Yeah. Yeah, so I got the Mercedes that I wanted. And that was a super, I don't want to, fulfilling is not the right word, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but it was a super proud moment and cool moment. And that's kind of like the one like cool, shiny thing that I've gotten.
It's your first luxury item, of course. And I see this as like a huge accomplishment, right? Like you did something and you are rewarding yourself for the hard work.
Totally. And I even remember the first time I picked up my mom in it, she kind of was skeptical about like what I was doing online because I mean, I had lived in a different state for a while from where my parents live. And so she hadn't seen me for a little bit. And when I picked her up at the airport, like in my nice car, she was like, whoa, like this is real. So that was a really cool feeling.
What rugs are you selling?
I know. Literally, she thought I was an MLM. Not that there's anything wrong with MLM, but she was like, Nico, like, are you doing, like, is it a pyramid scheme? And I was like, no. But yeah, so that's sort of the main, I guess, like shiny object thing that I've done so far that I've gotten. Other than that, though, things that I spend my money on, really a lot of it is just investing back into myself or investing back into my business. Like I buy a lot of books.
100%. Yeah. And
buy a lot of books, a lot of personal development programs, a lot of coaching programs. Like we're in this mastermind together and I, paid for that. As well as just investing my money wisely, right? So that it can make more money for me in the long term. Investing in ads, advertising. So really a lot of it is just reinvesting the money wisely.
Yes. The more you guys invest in yourself, the more you invest in training, coaching, mentors, anything that can help you improve as a business owner, you are just going to make more money long term. And that's if you put it to use. That's why Nico and I get along so well. And that's why I brought him onto my channel. We have the exact same mindset. And Nico came from a very similar past, like how I did, Oh my God, there's a spider. There is a spider. I'm going to try to not let it bother me. Anyways.
Where? On your camera?
Right there. Oh my God, I kind of want to go. All right, do you mind? So if you guys are ever thinking of how you should spend your money, I strongly believe that reinvesting in yourself, in knowledge, is going to get you really, really far. So Nico, do you think anybody can do what you did? I mean, start an online business, quit their job. Quitting your job is a really big step. Do you think anyone can do it, or what does it really take?
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I know that you and I agree on this mindset too. It's like literally anybody has the capability of doing this, of making money online like full time. It's not hard. Like, yes, there's a learning curve, and yes, there's new skills that you will have to learn. But it's honestly, I think working at a job or even getting a job at a regular 9 to 5 employer is harder. Seriously, like I got rejected from like, I had like 70 or 80 jobs, and I got one job offer. One. Like that was so hard to get that job. Like, yeah, absolutely. Anybody can do it. But the thing is, you have to have the right mindset. And that's the piece that a lot of people miss.
I think we were talking about this, just you and I, through private messenger. We both agreed that it's not the business model, because you hear so many business models. You hear like Shopify, Amazon, ManyChat, selling online courses, fitness coaches. There's so many different niches and so many different kinds of online models. We, both of us, strongly agree that it's not the business model that doesn't work. And the truth is, it's you as a person. You know, like, are you going to put in the work? Are you willing to make huge sacrifices in your life, make that decision to get to where you want to be? There's so many things that come into this, and Nico's absolutely right. As an entrepreneur, and to get to his level of success and to make millions of dollars every single year, you are going to have to reinvest in yourself and spend a ton of time learning. You know, I heard this quote, Nico. I'm not sure if you heard this quote, but I believe that you will only grow to the extent that you know. So if you are very limited in resources, there's going to be a cap, you know, because in order for you to make more money and to be successful, you need to invest in more knowledge.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And I know we were also talking about this, but I want to share it too, is it really comes down to building good habits.
Yeah.
That is literally it. Like there's a lot of times stuff that like you don't really want to do, but you need to just create a habit of doing it, right? Like it's not all fun and games, but you're gonna have to do stuff you don't want to do either way, with online business or with working for a 9 to 5 employer. At least when you're doing it for an online business, like you're controlling your income and you don't have to report to anyone.
Exactly. So. I agree. So what does your family and friends have to say about this whole change throughout the last few years? Do people look at you differently? A lot of new entrepreneurs are scared of being judged. We're scared of putting ourselves out there. How has that been like?
Yeah, I would say I was really just lucky that my parents were very supportive of me the whole way along. They didn't really get what I was doing at all for a very long time, and especially towards the beginning when I didn't really even know what I was doing. But my parents they've always been supportive of me making my own decisions. And so, yeah, that's what it's been like since the beginning. Right now, my mom is just kind of like shocked and blown away. And she like brags about me to her friends. And she's like, Nico, will you remind me like again, like explain how you do, like what you do in like one sentence, because I keep forgetting. And I just tell her like, I help people like advertise their business online, basically. But yeah, she's just blown away. She's really, really super proud of me. My dad is also very proud of me, but he's just a little bit quieter and he doesn't really ask much about it. But yeah, my whole family they're still very supportive, and I've been really blessed to have been in that situation the whole time.
You are blessed, because I have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure if you guys missed it, but I basically posted a video about how my family are not supportive. And honestly, it's not their fault. It's just it's a cultural difference, how they were brought up and how people are now. It's just a cultural difference. If you want to see that video again, I'll link it up. I will link it up here for you to see. And yeah, Nico, thank you so much for your time. Again, if anybody wants to automate their online business, your Amazon FBA business, your Shopify dropshipping business, it doesn't matter what business you have and you are watching us right now, contact Nico and make friends with Nico and watch his channel because he's got a lot of insightful videos for you to get started that will save you a ton of time. You want
Yeah,
to
we've got lots of good stuff. And thanks so much for having me, Tamira. And I'm sure that we'll link, or people can find me down below. I've also got a free training too, if you guys are interested in
I
getting
will link
started
both
using.
free training as well below and his channel.
Cool.
Awesome, guys. Thank you
Awesome.
so much for your time. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. If you don't like this video, well, let me know in private. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.